3 years ago, humanity launched a machine unlike anything that had ever touched space before. A telescope designed not just to stare at distant stars, but to peel back the layers of time itself. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to reveal the earliest moments of the cosmos, to show us what the universe looked like when everything first ignited. But no scientist, no matter how bold, predicted what it would uncover. Because Webb hasn't simply photographed pretty nebulae or newborn stars floating in cosmic nurseries. It has fractured timelines. It has revealed structures that break physics. It has uncovered objects that should not exist, not yet, and maybe not ever. A mission that began as pure science has quietly transformed into something much deeper, an unraveling of the universe's most guarded truths. And it starts with the unsettling realization that the universe was never the place we imagined. When Webb turned its golden mirrors toward the farthest edges of the cosmos, astronomers expected to see tiny, chaotic galaxies, messy swirls still forming in the aftermath of the Big Bang. Instead, they found the opposite. Massive, organized, mature galaxies already fully formed. And some of them existed just 500 to 700 million years after the beginning of time. A blink, cosmically speaking. Far too soon for gravity to sculpt structures so colossal. Some researchers suggested hidden supermassive black holes were making these systems appear larger than they really were. But even that doesn't solve the numbers. It's as if something accelerated cosmic evolution, pushing galaxies into existence at impossible speed. Webb was supposed to bring clarity. Instead, it revealed contradictions, two measurements of the universe's expansion that simply refused to agree. The so-called Hubble tension is not a minor disagreement. It's a signal that our entire understanding of the universe might be flawed. Different parts of the cosmos tell different stories, and neither can explain the other. If galaxies appear too early, if stars look older than the universe should allow, and if certain cosmic patterns align across billions of light years, then perhaps we're not witnessing randomness at all. Perhaps we're staring at an underlying blueprint. As one physicist put it, it's like walking into a forest and realizing every tree is spaced in perfect spirals. That's not nature. That's intention. But galaxies are only the beginning. Webb has begun dissecting exoplanets with a level of detail once thought impossible, and the discoveries are defying logic. Planets with permanent daylight on one side and endless twilight on the other. Gas giants colder than ice. Planets so light and airy they behave like cosmic marshmallows. And then there are the more personal discoveries. Water vapor in the habitable zone of a young star. Chemical signatures rising from Europa's hidden ocean. Polar lights shimmering around a lonely brown dwarf wandering through empty space with no sun of its own. Every one of these findings chips away at the idea that Earth is special. That life, some form of it, might not be quietly thriving somewhere else. We may not have detected extraterrestrial life yet, but Webb is rewriting the conditions for where life can exist. And maybe how easily it can watch us. Because the deeper Webb looks, the more the universe appears arranged, aligned, almost curated. Light bends around unseen structures. Gas clouds form patterns that resemble fingerprints. Shock waves ripple like echoes in a closed chamber. Even magnetic fields appear synchronized, as if following some deeper script. In the Southern Ring Nebula, perfectly timed shells of dust emerge every 8 years, like a cosmic heartbeat. Is this coincidence? Or code? Some whisper simulation theory. Others call it cosmic architecture. Webb doesn't need to reveal alien spacecraft to hint at intelligence, because the underlying fabric of the universe itself may be the real message. And if that's true, then the question isn't, what are we seeing? It's, what sees us? Then there are the impossible stars. Stars that contain heavy elements like iron and oxygen, materials that should only appear after many generations of stellar cycles. Yet they are found in galaxies less than 400 million years old. That isn't just early. It breaks the timeline completely. If these stars exist before the universe had time to forge their ingredients, then time itself may not flow in a straight line. Some theorists now propose that cosmic time could loop, rewind, or echo. If so, Webb hasn't just found ancient stars. It has found fractures in time. Then comes the mystery of dark matter, Webb's original target. Instead of clarifying the invisible scaffolding of the cosmos, Webb has revealed galaxies far too stable and too organized for their age. Something unseen is shaping them. But the behavior doesn't match any known dark matter model. It's as if gravity is being guided, nudged, maintained by something with purpose. Could dark matter exist in multiple forms? Could it be reactive? Could it be alive? Every discovery Webb makes seems to open a doorway into something even stranger. Every answer multiplies into 10 new mysteries. And behind those mysteries, behind the equations and the data streams, there is a subtle sense, almost an intuition, that something is waiting for us to notice it. Then came the most unsettling revelation of all, the place where light itself appears to unravel. At the farthest edge of Webb's vision, where photons stretch to their limit, galaxies do not simply fade into distance the way we expect. They collapse into a sharp cutoff, too sharp, too sudden, like an image whose resolution ends abruptly. The redshift doesn't behave normally. It stretches into a distortion that ignores the laws of physics. Time within that region seems to ripple, bending in ways we cannot model. It feels less like distance, and more like a border. Some astronomers call it the cosmological horizon, the furthest point from which light has had time to reach us. Others call it the edge of the observable universe, not a wall, but a limit set by time itself. But now, a handful of bold minds are proposing something far more provocative: that what Webb is seeing may not be a physical limit at all, but a rendered boundary. A place where reality itself flickers. Like a simulation that only loads the world once someone turns their head, the universe might not fully exist beyond that line until an observer demands it. If that's true, then Webb isn't merely photographing ancient galaxies. It is brushing its fingertips against the framework beneath reality, exposing the edges of the stage on which the cosmos performs. And beyond that cosmic curtain, there might be nothing. Or there might be something watching. Something that has always been watching, waiting for intelligence to finally open its eyes wide enough. Because the deeper Webb looks into the dark, the more deliberate the darkness begins to feel. We built the James Webb Telescope to study our beginnings, to witness the first stars, the birth of galaxies, the atmospheres of distant worlds. We expected history. We expected beauty. We expected wonder. But somewhere along the way, we stumbled into something vastly larger. Something that challenges the foundation of our existence. Webb hasn't simply captured light. It has revealed fault lines in our assumptions, cracks running through the story we have told ourselves about the universe. Where chaos should dominate, Webb finds symmetry. Where randomness should rule, it reveals structure, delicate, elegant, impossibly precise structure. Patterns in the distribution of galaxies that resemble recursion. Echoes in background radiation that feel like signals. Filaments of dark matter arranged like interlocking circuits. Shockwaves in nebulae spaced like repeating beats in a hidden rhythm. It is as though the universe is less a wilderness, and more a design. A deeper universe, and a far stranger one, is beginning to emerge. Not a passive, indifferent expanse of space, but something that might behave. Something that might react. Something that might be aware. Maybe the stars were never silent at all. Maybe their light has always carried a question waiting for a species capable of decoding it. And now, after billions of years, humanity has finally built a machine powerful enough to listen. A machine that can stare so deeply into the cosmic fabric that the fabric begins to stare back. And in the faint whisper of ancient photons, in the alignment of galaxies, in the rhythm of distant nebulae, the question seems to grow louder. Are you ready to see what lies beyond the story you were taught? Because Webb is not slowing down. Every month, every new observation, it pushes deeper into the unknown. And whatever waits beyond that frontier, whether code, consciousness, another universe, or a truth older than time, Webb is already moving toward it. This is only the beginning. And so are we.